Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Sharon. Guys, I'm here again, guys. As you can see, I will be talking about Wendy Williams, guys, and her son. And I will also be talking about Kevin Sr., which is the ex-husband. So Wendy Williams is a talk show host, if some of you don't know, and I really like her. She does this show, and now she's not working anymore, right? I think she's going to be Spotify or doing some podcasts. Unsure though when that will start. I don't know if that starts already. I'm unsure. Anyhow, so as you can see, the recent news is that her son was evicted from his $2 million apartment. Yes, so let me give you some background about that. So Kevin Jr. got kicked out of his luxury Miami apartment. $2 million. He's 22 years old. Why would he be living in a apartment that valued $2 million? Mind you, they don't own it, right? They don't own the apartment. But apparently his mom rented the apartment for him because he was in Miami, intended to go to school, right? So in March of 2022, she rented the apartment and she put a lump sum down so that would last him. That would take him from March of 2021 to February 2022, right? She should pay that. The lease would end February 2022. But remember last year, there was this whole saga, the whole story about Wells Fargo Bank. They froze her account. And because her account was frozen, she couldn't touch her money, right? And I believe that was a good thing for her, right? She could not touch her money. A lot of people were outraged by it. They're saying, give her money, she's her money, she earned her money, she can be free with her money. But they noticed that something wasn't right. That means, obviously, they have something was sketchy was going on, something shady was going on. That is why they have frozen her account, right? Thank God they did. I honestly think that was a good thing they did. So back to Kevin Jr. now. So the lease was up, and he continued to live in the apartment, right? That apartment is very expensive. Why would he continue to live in the apartment when he knows that his mom, she has some health crisis at the time, and his lease was up? He could have just move out and go find himself a job. He's 22 years old. What is wrong with him? Why can't he work like the rest of us, right? So now, because his mom account is frozen, and because they have a financial guardianship over the account, and the money is just not free for him or anybody to go in and take. So all of them going into financial array, right? Obviously, both him and his dad is going into financial array. I'll get to him later. So there was a court filing, right? And it came out, and it was in the news that he was evicted from his apartment, and the court hearing took place in August of 2022, and they said that they're suing him for $70,000. He's 22 years old. Where the hell he's gonna get $20,000? $70,000 from? Where is he gonna get $70,000 from? Remember, his mother stopped working January 2022. August 2022, this is when the court hearing took place. So he knew that his mother wasn't working, and he still living to the apartment. He could have returned to New York and live with his mom, or he could have gotten a cheaper apartment, but he refused to. He chose not to, because guess what, them used to the limelight. And you know what, I also blame Wendy too, because when you have children, you need to toughen them up a bit. You can't just pay money. Why a 22-year-old need to live into a luxury apartment? Why? Let him go live on campus. Let him live within his means. Right? And he wasn't living within his means, so this is where the problem comes in. It is horrible. I'm telling you, I think they are taking advantage of her. Right? Definitely taking advantage of her. They know she don't have a job. Right? And yet he continued to live into the luxury apartment. $70,000 they're suing him for. That is awful. Right? Remember, the lease ended February 2022. She paid the whole thing for him. Anyways, he said that he's no longer going to school, according to the article. Right? He took time off during the COVID to take care of his mom. Right? And because the court have control of our finances, he was evicted from the apartment. He said he was going to move out September 7th. That was the document stated. And also there was another incident. And the other incident is that $100,000 allegedly he took out of his mother's account. He didn't deny it, because he said that Kevin said in the article that he did not do it unauthorized. So he never denied. He never denied taking the money. He said it wasn't unauthorized. So obviously, and these are the reason why probably the bank froze the money. Wells Fargo froze Wendy Williams' account, because they noticed that something sketchy going on. So my assumption is that maybe he took the money out. I don't know if he took the money out to buy clothes, or him took the money out just to cover the other year, the second year of his lease. But anyways, when they didn't come out and said, oh, he took the money or nothing, so these are just alleged. Right? Remember, guys, this channel is just for entertainment and gossiping. Right? I think they are taking advantage of Wendy Williams. I honestly do think that. I'm going to tell you a story. My son was having issues because I live with my husband is not my son's father. And so he was living in my home, and when he reached about 18-year-old, you know, man, there were fighting, a lot of fighting. So what I did was I paid a 1-year apartment, a 1-year lease for my son. So I put a lump sum down and I pay a year lease of rent for my son. And that was the worst thing I have ever done in my life. Why? Because there were way too much freedom, and he didn't work for the money, so he didn't know, he didn't appreciate it. I put him there so that he can grow up for a year, so that he can become independent, but that's not what he did. It was like people in the apartment all the time. There was lots of complaint, lots of loud noise. It just go on and on and on. The police was called there a few times. It was just awful, right? And you know what? To this day, he never thanked me for it. He never appreciated it. You know what he said? He said I abandoned him. And that's not what my intention was. My intention at the time was to remove him from the situation and put him into a situation where he can thrive, where he can be his own person. But that's not what it did. It turned him the other way, right? He believes that I was rich, I had money, And he was telling his friends, oh, my mom paid for the apartment. So guys, you gotta be careful of what you do to your children. Just like Wendy Williams, she put this child in a $100,000 apartment. The next thing you know, another $100,000 was missing from her account. I don't know if he was the one who took the other 100,000, but this is allegedly. He never denied it, because it was asked to him and he never denied it. He said he didn't take anything unauthorized. Right? So there you have it. You can't have these young people running around like they're rich. They never work for it. Right? So if they don't work for it, you can't just give it to them. They have to learn at some point to be independent and self-contained. Anyhow, now back to the father, Kevin Sr. There was a court filing that because the whole ordeal with Wells Fargo freezes her account, now he is in financial strain. You want to tell me this man is almost 60 years old? He's in financial strain. He can't even support his own self without Wendy. If it hadn't been for the alimony, he can't support himself. This is embarrassing. He must be embarrassed. Remember, he took another woman. And now he's using Wendy money to support that other woman. He says that his house is going into foreclosure because him don't have the check. He said he wants his check. But Wendy doesn't have any control over that, because they have guardianship over her account, which is a great thing, right? Him say him can't pay him insurance, him can't pay him car insurance, him health insurance. Come on, right? That shows you, right, that he needs her. Him still need her to this day. If I leave a man and I leave him under certain circumstances, why would I go back to try get money out of him? Leave the woman alone. And trust me, they try everything to clean her up over the summer just to make the judge believe that she's okay. Everything is okay. And I am so happy. I'm saying that. And that's why I tell you, everything happened for a reason. And sometimes when we see these reasons and these things happen, we should not fight it. Because guess what? The whole ordeal with her health and so on and so forth was protecting her. Because it doesn't matter how much money you have. If you have those kind of high spending, the money is going to go down. Absolutely down, down, down. Sooner or later, you hear that she's going to have to file for financial bankruptcy if she continues spending like this. Yeah. Now my advice to her son, he needs to go find himself a job and be on his own and support himself. He's 22-year-old. He can't be. His mother money is not his money. And when him get that through his head, he will realize, yes, I know that the mother, she helps him. Nothing wrong with helping somebody, but you can't be taking advantage of another person just because they have the money. The same way she built herself from scratch. He's young. He has a lot of energy. He can go build himself from scratch. He doesn't have to use her. And it's almost like these people, they are just like ticks. Sorry to say, you have some people are like ticks. Your mother's sick. You can't afford the apartment. Move out. You're still in the apartment. Now they are suing you for what? $70,000. Plus interest, plus legal fee. And your mother already paid $100,000 plus deposit, because security deposit, plus insurance. And now you run up the bill, another $70,000. And that was August, and then you move out September, right? So how much? I wonder how much. Get a little apartment where costs about maybe $1,000 a month. Why you need to live in a luxury apartment? To maintain the status quo? No, man. You have to do better than that. This is so embarrassing. This is so embarrassing. And then social media. I mean, come on. Help out your mother. She's sick. You don't know how much financial money she's gonna need. You know she just lose her job. She's no longer working. Have some compassion for her. She need people who is on her side. People who is going to be there for her. That's what she needs. She needs people who is not going to take advantage of her. You see her in a situation, right? And you know that she's supporting you financially. Reduce some of your spending. How are you going to do that? By getting a cheaper apartment. I don't see why Kevin Jr., that is Kevin Sr., the ex-husband, I don't see why he can't work. He works with her for years and years. He must have some form of skills where he can get his own business together and that he can support himself. He have a woman now. He have a woman and a child. Remember? He came out, he left her. He gets somebody else is pregnant. My God, give the lady a break. Enough is enough. That is why I blame the mom too. She should have done something to train her son to be independent. She should have never put him into an apartment and give him everything. No, she shouldn't. Anyhow, guys, there you have it. So, please remember to subscribe to my channel, share my video, and if you're new, welcome, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.